up guys, it is your boy Dom from MDP Auto, and in today's video we are installing the exhaust we made in the last episode. If you missed it, check the description below. Then we're going to be installing some hangers for that exhaust, and then we're going to be cutting up the bumper to match up the tips once they come in. Let's get it. Exhaust is in. As you guys can see right there, I just have a little sleeve set up right there, and the exhaust just bolts right up to it. Going all the way back here, going into the diff. Don't look at these welds, but right here it goes right around the diff. It comes out this end, and it's coming straight out, and surprisingly right on my mark. Actually a little shifted. Once the hangers are in, I'm going to adjust a little bit more, but pretty much on my mark, which is surprisingly worked. I tried to figure out some sort of mounting for this. I do have the old hanger from my old exhaust that we may still be able to use. So right now I'm just evening out the exhaust tips, make sure it's straight and centered as much as I can. After I tighten the cross member right over here, I noticed that's all the play I have in this exhaust between the diff and this cross member and all the bends. So I'm thinking center this as much as I can, weld it, that little hanger right there. We're not gonna mess with these. There's not much I could do with these, especially with how big they are and how little, if any, room I have here. So we're just gonna tack that on just so it keeps it off the cross member, maybe a little bit, maybe keep it high tensioned on this hanger itself so it doesn't rattle, so it doesn't get annoying. I'm gonna snug that up first before I tack anything up here, just so we're 100% on everything. And this cricket, I gotta find it, and I'm gonna kill it. And after I do that, we're not gonna kill it. We're not gonna kill it. But I gotta tighten these up, so let's go tighten those up real quick. Alright, I just tacked up the hooks. I shot a fat bead on the hook and attached it to the actual car with the grommet or the rubber. So it's decent, good enough. It'll do what we need it to do. Next thing is we're gonna be cutting this bumper. I did make a few markings already, but we're gonna take a tape measure and make sure it's symmetrical all the way through. So let's measure that out and start snipping. See exactly where we can cut it, because I don't want to cut it too high because there is a aluminum bumper behind here. Alright, so usually as things go to plan in my book, we plan on doing it the right way, and then it gets annoying because it takes a little longer. So we got it somewhat straight right now, so I'm gonna follow the line with this, and then on the bends I'm gonna wing it. So let's do it. Does your barber use a protractor to cut your hair? No, it's what we're thinking of, you know? Don't need it. Just breaking shit off at this point just to disconnect everything.
Alright guys, so we just wrapped up the exhaust. The car's been apart for a few weeks now, so we're gonna start it up for the first time. We're gonna attempt to start it up.
Let the idle settle down a little bit. Once it warms up, give a couple raps, see what happens. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this half of the video. The next part of the video, you guys are going to see me installing these tips and possibly coming up or with maybe some ideas to actually cover up the exhaust a little bit, since it might start burning over here from the heat and from the flames I'm going to be spitting. So we're going to figure something out for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to fist bump you guys out and catch you guys in a second. Alright guys, the tips just came in today. And in today's video, or continuation of this video, is going to be installing these tips. And we already came up with a really good idea. It should be interesting. So let's install these bad boys. So right here we have obviously the end, and here are the tips. They're pretty basic tips for the most part, but did a little miscalculation and misjudged how long these are and had a little bit. So we're gonna have to do a little extra work here. So this 3-inch piping that I have fits perfectly inside of there, and it fits perfectly inside of the tip. So we're thinking extend this a little bit and tack this out so that it can sit nice and easy right there. Obviously a little more angle, we're gonna fuck with it a little bit more, but that's pretty much it. And if that looks familiar, guys, write down in the comments below if you guys seen this video, because we're currently still doing this video while making this video since the tips just came in. So let's get a couple tacks in, let's do a couple measurements, quote unquote measurements, and see what we can make this thing do. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Tips are in, they're straight, looking dope as ever. Can't wait to get a little more creative with this back end over here. But like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Definitely check out our next video, which will be linked in the description below, on the Rust Elite in the rear section of the car. I was just playing around with it a little bit, and I wanted to see maybe what would work or what wouldn't work. And well, you guys are gonna have to just see it and find out. Have a good one, guys. Hooks for the that was hot.